Are you wasting your time and money on inefficiencies in the business? Are sales down and lead conversion rates are low? Are you having problems building or maintaining inventory levels? What does it really take to win in the automotive industry?
Get the cars that make sense for your store rather than just wishing at an auction. So it gives you that better control.
With over 25 years of experience, Daryl the Wolf Steed isn't just another industry voice. He's the guy who's out there solving real problems for dealers just like you.
They'll even say in the Pacific Northwest where you're at that it's a tougher market. It's, it's tougher to find cars. The market's a little bit softer. And in the midst of all this, your turn doubled and your profit's up 75%.
Yes.
The truth hurts only when it should. Are you ready to hear the truths? Daryl is here to unpack the hard truths and the proven strategies that will take your dealership from struggling to soaring. And he is taking it all in the streets, with real talk, open dialogue, unfiltered conversations. This is the podcast series, Street Smarts, powered by SmartWolf Consulting.
Good afternoon, everybody. What is going on? It is Tuesday, February 11th. We've got some special things coming up in February. We've got Valentine's Day coming up. We've got President's Day today, or one of the holidays today. So we've got a lot of things moving, but right, there's no time like the present, right? When you think about like what can we do, what's going on, we've got a lot of big things that determine what we do. We have to ask ourselves, when we're doing stuff, what are we doing to approach what's happening, right? Everyone asks me, well, how do you attack business? Like, what do you do to attack business? And I simply say it's whatever we do today, we're working towards 60 to 90 days from now. And so I think that's extremely important because we are on the precipice of tax time starting. I believe it's like March 20th, maybe 23rd. That's when they anticipate the refunds to start coming out, people to start making decisions. When you think about that, then you got to act right now. Like, we've got to be ahead of this right now. Actually, we're a little bit behind, but if we get it going, we can still catch it because there's only a 45-day window of when that tax market starts to really seize that opportunity. And then we get into the selling season and you have to have the right inventory. So when we think about that, this is a fast way to start February is let's get in front of that acquisition model. What are we looking at? Now, oddly enough, I've been having conversations with dealers all week for various situations. And the constant theme that I'm hearing right now is profitability is extremely tough as a whole, finding the right inventory, whether you've been on Clubhouse or you've been on some of these podcasts and or webinars that have been available. A lot of people have been talking about, is there the right inventory? If there is the right inventory, is it the right inventory to be profitable on? Is it the right inventory for your store? And when you're getting inventory, then they're not profitable or they're not profitable on the front end. And so it creates all these conversations of, are they doing a good job, a bad job, the wrong job? It's semantics, right? Because every store is going to be a little different. But one thing can be true about all these conversations, which is simply put, we have to attack acquisition. And when I say attack, we have to attack it. We can't, we're kind of doing it. We think we're in it. We might be in it. We're not sure if we're in it. No, we have to attack acquisition. And we have to attack the service drive. We have to attack our trade process in a completely different way than what you're used to, because the way that you're used to for most stores is just not effective to get to where you need to be. Then we need to attack that private party market because that is where most of the inventory is due to the compression, the market, and people being in a negative situation. You can certainly search out the auction. And one of my colleagues, good friend Frank Knox, will tell you, you can certainly do that. But if you don't have the right strategy and the time to sit there and be very diligent to the auction, you're going to end up making emotional decisions and bad buys. Bad buys creates more dynamic reaction to your store because now you make a bad decision compounded by another bad decision. And then you end up putting yourself in a negative situation in way of business. So I released a fast start February deal. I've gotten plenty of conversations of like when people want me to come in and build the whole thing for them, that it's not the most affordable option because it takes a lot of time. So I wanted to release something that would be value packed and be able to give you the opportunity to say yes and get going today. So you sign up the month of February. And you're going to get the academy that I've just released for acquisition, which is a training module, lesson plans, role plays, things of that nature in there. A absolute dynamic walk around like you've never seen before that's going to make you more money based on how you use it in your store. And you're going to get 3 coaching sessions per month from me. 12-month agreement. We're going to do this so that we can build this out for you so you can see consistency. That's what I believe in, process and consistency. Because anybody can do something for a month and then just abandon it. We want to see those results time in, time out, month over month, so that we can grow this to where you want to be. But you get the academy for your whole staff. You can have as many usernames as you want. 3 coaching sessions. We can do them all with staff. We can do them 2 with staff, 1 with the management team. Your choice. Okay, it's like Burger King. You get to have it your way on that one, and made it extremely affordable. $45.99. $45.99. When you think about that, that's 1, maybe 2 car deals for you. And I can all but guarantee you, we get involved, we get this thing going for you. You're going to buy at least enough cars to make up the money that you're investing in this. Now, we can't look at it as like an expense. Everybody's sitting there going, well, we're cutting expenses. We're trying to cut. Listen, I want you to really watch this video, and I want you to write down, rewind, whatever you have to do for what I'm about to say next. I want you to show me a dealership that continuously cuts expenses or investments and magically grows. I would love to see one that they're like, yep, we cut all these expenses and then we got better. It doesn't typically happen. I've never seen it happen. And I'm not saying to overspend either. What I'm saying is you got to invest in the right strategies so that you can get yourself to where you want to be. In order to make money, they didn't come up with the phrase, in order to make money, you have to spend money, because it didn't work. It was a proven statistic of how that happened, because they grew their market, they grew their industry, and then they grew their store or their business, whatever it may be. So let's talk about getting an investment towards your people, towards your acquisition strategy. Okay. And let's make something happen. Now, I do have a more affordable option. Okay. I want to give all the options out there, guys, because I don't want to hear no's. I'm not a no guy. I'm like a yes guy. When I hear it, I'm like, yep, that's me. If you've ever seen that movie, Yes Man, with Jim Carrey, absolutely hilarious, right? You say yes. Okay. You got to get yourself in that pattern of saying, yes, this can happen. Yes, I can do this. Yes, we can make it happen. If the $45.99 scares you, okay, all right, well, then let's get a little bit deeper and let's make it a little bit more affordable. We'll go a little bit longer. Let's go 18 months, okay, $38.99. $38.99, same package, 18 months, because we want to make it affordable for you, but we're going to go a little bit longer so that everybody wins, right? More consistency, more results. Now, when we think about that, if you went to the more affordable option, we are talking a car deal. Front, back, fixed ops, you're probably making somewhere around $3,500 to $4,000 full round. 1 car deal. You have to ask yourself, are you willing to invest the profits you make from 1 car deal to grow your acquisition strategy, grow your people's understanding, their confidence, their ability to interact, and build your brand? If you're not willing to invest the profits you make from 1 retail car deal, well, then it's okay. It's okay for you to say, you know what, I'm going to fold up shop. I'm not really in the acquisition game. I'm not really doing anything to get better. And I'll just keep doing the same thing I've been doing. And I like a cardiac gram, like where it just goes peaks and valleys. I like this. I like getting the gray hair. I like getting the stress, the extra weight. And I like all those things. If you're like, man, for 1 cardio, I can help my people get better and have a shot at actually doing something different and providing better results, let's have a conversation. You can get a hold of me, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram. You can text my cell. You can email me. And all those things are available on any of these platforms you're watching it on. But guys, let's get going. It's February. Can you imagine, like, by the end of February, you've got a foundation set, you go into March and you're crushing it and you're starting to see action and you're starting to see people come into your store? Who doesn't want that? Let's get ahead of the market. Let's make a decision. Let's make a decision to win 2025, not a decision to survive 2025. So that was kind of what I wanted to tell you guys about what's going on. February special from SmartWolf Consulting and Street Smarts Academy. Also wanted to kind of like sit there and look at it and go, you know, when we're talking about the market and the business, I got my hands on a absolutely crazy automotive study. Just got done by a newly awarded Doctor of Philosophy, good friend of mine, Jennifer Jackson Parvari, and it's 290 pages. And so for everybody, you know, I don't read that fast, but I'm about halfway through. And what the tones are really starting to set too is how we take care of our people, right? And that's part of what I deal with. And when I do my training and acquisition strategies and everything else is building the brand, building the confidence, and building up your people, because culture is a big thing and it takes time. You can't just magically say we're in the acquisition game. Saying it doesn't make it so. Living it makes it so, and living it every day and living it long term. I have clients, I've had dealers where they do it for 3, 4, 5 months, and then they want to change things. They want to like completely overhaul things. And then they're magically shocked. And then they want to have conversations about like, well, it's not working. It's not profitable. It's not this. You can't keep changing things based on reaction without having data and facts behind it and think you're going to get the same results. I've said this time and time again. You've all heard it. It's nothing new. That's the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So when we're thinking about that, guys, is what is our culture in our stores? Are we actually investing in our people so they want to work for you? Are you investing in your people so they believe they're part of the solution? These are things that I focus on when I do my coaching and training strategies, because reading this study that got done, and mind you, this is millennials, which is the largest group of people in the automotive industry right now, from 1981 to 1996, is if you think you're going to treat them like you would a baby boomer, good luck. And now we have Gen Z and then Gen A soon becoming that you're going to have to deal with these employees and these people in a very different way because of how they respond and react. If you didn't know, and here's something for you to kind of just really blow your mind a little bit, the millennials, so 1981 to 1996, the biggest generation right now, is the most educated generation right now that is in the workforce, because they saw a little bit of everything and they saw everything coming up as tech was developing. So when you think about that, they're the most adaptation of them getting into tech, but then they have to be talked to, managed, trained in a completely different foundation. So when you think about that, is like, okay, are we investing in our people like we think we're investing in our people? I've heard a lot of people say the same things. Good partner of mine, Scott Beal, Rich Wass, David Long, all these guys, is that you have a dealership that you run or that you think you run, and then the dealership you actually run. And when you think about that, that's because of the way that the people perceive what you think you're doing and what's actually happening. That can all start with investing in your people, giving them a voice, putting them in a sense of empowerment, and actually giving them the embodiment of them having power or having the ability to have hope of that they can move up. I was just talking to a really good used car operator today, Alex, over at an Audi store, and he was talking about how the organization is, and this organization is known for culture. They're known for doing a good job. And what was great was he's like, yeah, I can actually do this. We communicate. He talked about a few breakdowns, like that things weren't perfect, right? The process wasn't being followed to the T. But he says the communication and how they went about things was so good that they don't have this turnover. They don't have this dysfunction because they have invested in their people, and they've invested in getting them the tools, the training, the dynamics to where they can put themselves in a good position. And that was really good to hear, because you don't see a lot of that happening from the employee's point of view. So the study that I'm reading, I'm going to obviously do a whole podcast behind it once it's done to give Jennifer her flowers, because this was her final piece to getting her doctorate. And I mean, everybody take a moment. I mean, single mom, working in the industry, been in the auto industry for a couple decades, and still through all this is grinding it through, going to school and everything else, and got her doctorate. That's awesome, right? I mean, everyone should obviously give her a moment and just say, hey, good job, Jennifer Jackson Pravari. Okay, congratulations to you. But guys, let's get started with acquisition. Let's get started with empowering our people. Let's make an investment in our people in training and education. Our market is getting harder every moment. In the last 15 minutes I have been talking, our market has got more compressed. It's gotten harder. It's gotten more difficult. That's how quick this thing happens. So let's not waste any more time. Let's set up a phone call. You can contact me, DARRELL2443 at Gmail, or my first name, DARRELL at smartwolfconsulting.com. You can call me 916-588-6263 or hit me up on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, and let's set up a call. Let's figure out what works for you. If you want the February special, let's get it knocked out and let's get it started right now so that we can get your people empowered. Let's get them that education, those word tracks, those ideologies, those thoughts, those processes so that you can put your business in the right position. Let's wrap this all up with, and I didn't drop it in the link, but I definitely want everyone to be there. We have a free training series event tomorrow, the Street Smarts training series. There's one every single month. It is tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can find the link on LinkedIn and or Facebook, the Street Smarts free training series. And this one, guys, you're not going to want to miss. Okay, if you missed the first one, hey, listen, that was free training that you missed out on. But if you want the second one, we are talking all about acquisition and pay plans and how you can put yourself in better alignment for more success. More importantly, how most stores are getting it wrong because their pay plans are counterproductive to their actual goals. I hope to see all you guys there. This is Daryl Steed signing off with SmartWolf Consulting and Street Smarts. Okay, I hope you guys all have a great day. Look forward to hearing from you, and let's get on that February special and make something happen. Until the next time, okay, we're out.